15 celebrities we all forget guest starred on The Golden Girls. George Clooney. The A-lister, who was an unknown actor at the time, appeared in Season 2, Episode 24, titled To Catch a Neighbor, as an undercover detective named Bobby Hopkins, alongside Joseph Campanella as his partner Al Mullins, who stays at the ladies' house while investigating their neighbors for dealing in stolen gems. Quentin Tarantino. The 25-year-old Tarantino was far from being an acclaimed director when he appeared on Golden Girls as an Elvis impersonator in this episode from 1988 titled Sophia's Wedding Part 1. When Sophia weds Max Weinstock, Rose mixes up the guest list and accidentally sends invitations to the 10 Elvis impersonators she and Blanche plan to invite to their chapter meeting of the Elvis Presley fan club. One of them is Tarantino. Burt Reynolds. Reynolds played himself in Season 2, Episode 2 called Ladies of the Evening. Blanche wins 3 tickets to a movie premiere and party hosted by the movie star, but she, Rose, and Dorothy miss out on their big night when a misunderstanding lands them in jail. However, Sophia goes in their place and winds up scoring a lunch date with Reynolds himself. Mario Lopez. In Season 2, Episode 21 called Dorothy Price's Pupil, the 10-year-old Saved by the Bell star played Mario Sanchez, a student of Dorothy's who faces deportation after he pins a prize-winning story that draws attention to the fact that he's not a US citizen. Mickey Rooney. Rooney guest starred in Season 3, Episode 21 titled Larceny and Old Lace. Rooney's character was a man named Rocco, a suitor who had a massive crush on the lovely Sophia. He tries to impress her by pretending to be a former gangster. Bob Hope. Hope made a surprise appearance in Season 4, Episode 17, titled You Gotta Have Hope. When the girls struggled to book talent for a charity fundraiser, Rose insisted that Hope, who she's convinced is her biological father, would MC the event. To everyone's surprise, the Hollywood legend shows up at the last minute to save the day after all. Dick Van Dyke. Van Dyke was already a legend by the time he played Ken Whittingham, Dorothy's love interest in Season 5, Episode 5 titled Love Under the Big Top. Dorothy is happily dating one of Miami's top lawyers, Ken Whittingham, until he announces he's giving up law practice to join the circus to become a full-time professional clown. This whole thing eventually leads to Ken and Dorothy breaking up, so Dick Van Dyke only appeared in one episode. Sonny Bono. Bono, playing himself in Season 6, Episode 9, tries to woo Dorothy in a dream sequence that also sees Blanche reuniting with her late husband George. Debbie Reynolds. Reynolds joined the girls as Truby, a prospective roommate with 3 dead husbands. The Southern Belle says to move in when Dorothy remarries her ex-husband Stan in Season 6, Episode 17, titled There Goes the Bride, Part 2. But Dorothy calls off the wedding after Stan presents her with the prenup, leaving Truby to find another home. Leslie Nielsen. In the series' unforgettable 2-part finale titled One Flew Out of the Cuckoo's Nest that aired in 1992, after Dorothy and Blanche's uncle Lucas Hollingsworth, played by Nielsen, went on a fake date, they wound up falling in love and ultimately tying the knot. So Dorothy moves out of the foursome's house to live with him in Atlanta. Alex Trebek. In Season 7, Episode 16, Alex Trebek appeared to Dorothy in a dream sequence in which she hilariously auditions to be on Jeopardy! Ruby Dee. Iconic actress, a veteran of the civil rights movement and human rights activist, Ruby Dee played Mamie Watkins in the episode titled Wham Bam Thank You Mammy. Dee played the role of Blanche's former nanny, who revealed that she had an affair with Blanche's father, Big Daddy, at a time when interracial affairs were taboo, especially in the Deep South. Anne Francis. Anne Francis' guest appearance on The Golden Girls occurred in Season 3, but since her character, Trudy McCann, only appears in one episode, most fans have probably forgotten about this iconic guest role. The episode was titled Till Guest Dewey Valley, and it follows Dorothy as she rekindles her friendship with Anne Francis' character. Jenny Lewis. Before she was Hannah Hefner in True Beverly Hills or the singer of indie band Rilo Kiley, Jenny Lewis was Daisy, the bratty sunshine cadet who held Rose Nyland's teddy bear hostage in this 1987 episode titled Old Friends. Jeffrey Tambor. Tambor played Dr. Stevens opposite B. Arthur in an episode called Sick and Tired Part 1, who misdiagnoses Dorothy's condition before Dr. Weston, played by Richard Mulligan, gets it right later as a chronic fatigue syndrome, which Susan Harris, the creator of the show, suffers from. Dr. Stevens is a jerk who tells Dorothy it's all in her head and she should see a psychiatrist.